What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, let me just forewarn you that I'm going to be biased as fuck. I'm going to be very biased in this video. Further, usually I try to be unbiased when it comes to characters. But you know what? I'm throwing that rule book out the window. Forget it. I'm tired of being unbiased. I just have to be totally blunt and honest. So anyway, getting into this episode, Jordan, I just feel like her plan is not going to work the way her sonny Jason think that it's going to work. I don't think it will. It might start working for a time, but I don't know. Something tells me that everything's not going to go the way they think it's going to go. Basically, her and Jason decide, to rehearse what she's going to say to the internal affairs detective that's going to come talk to her, how she's going to spin it, because basically she needs to throw her other team members, including Taggart, under the bus to get Cyrus out of prison. So they're rehearsing and practicing on what she's going to say. So she goes into her office, pulls out a burner phone, and calls some mysterious person, because she needs to talk to this person about what she's about to do. Obviously, we know it's more than likely that it's Taggart that she's calling, because from day one, I never thought Taggart was really dead. I honestly had a feeling like he faked his death, or Sonny may have helped him fake his death, or whatever the case. But I always felt like he faked it, like he wasn't really dead. And apparently that might be the case. So the internal affairs detective comes into Jordan's office to talk to her. And even the detective was asking her, he was like, so why are you bringing all of this up now about your undercover work with Cyrus Renault? Like, why bring this up now, years later? Like, what's the point? So basically she starts trying to throw them under the bus. I just feel like this plan is not going to go very well. Like, I think it has implications to blow up in all their faces. I don't know. Something tells me somebody probably going to get hurt. But I just feel like this is not going to go the way that they're thinking that it's going to go. I honestly don't think so. I mean, Jason is basically trying to justify it by saying, well, you're doing what you have to do for your son. Jason, don't even try to put that out there and try to make it seem like, oh, you're doing all of this for TJ, because we all know the reason that y'all really want Cyrus out is so that y'all can kill him. What I don't understand is how the hell is Sonny this big mob kingpin? He got connections in the PCPD and all over the place, but he can't get to Cyrus in Pentonville. And I do remember him saying that him and Jason got people on the inside at Pentonville. So if you got people on the inside, why you can't kill him on the inside? Why you got to wait for him to be released? That's why part of me feels like this is going to blow up in their face. Cyrus doesn't seem like the type that's easy to kill. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that easy to get rid of. I just get that feeling that, like, something is not going to go right with this plan. I just get that little inkling of a clue. Something's going to backfire somewhere. Hopefully not, but I think it will. I hope I'm wrong. So anyway, moving on from that. It was hard seeing Mike like that, just unresponsive in his hospital bed. Like, Portia pretty much was giving Sonny updates and stuff. His legs are not working apparently or whatever. Like, he's not walking or something like that. Like, his health is just rapidly deteriorating right now. And I know it was hard for Sonny to see his dad like that and stuff, knowing that there's nothing really he can do for him. But at least, Jocelyn was there, trying to play solitary with him, talking to him and stuff. That was a nice scene. But it just sucks to see Mike that way, It really does. Like, it's hard to see him in that condition, in that manner. Right now, at this stage in Mike's life, it's all about trying to give him the best quality of life at this point that they can try to do, make him as comfortable as humanly possible. It just sucks to see him in this manner. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks. Because when my great-grandmother had Alzheimer's and stuff, it was hard to see her like that. For the most part, though, she was still alert. But when she moved into her nursing home and stuff like that, she just rapidly declined. After she moved in there, like, her health just quickly declined, and then she passed away. It was just, like, really hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to see a loved one in that way. Especially when you remember them being so upbeat, just being so active and upbeat and just, talking and moving, you know what I mean? So to see them go from that to this, that's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to do. So anyway, moving on from that. So Portia and Curtis are talking. And she's pretty much giving him the rundown about, Taggart and how much he told her about the investigation into Cyrus. And, she basically like, yeah, he would confide in her a little bit, but not too much. Like, he wouldn't tell her dangerous, stuff that, sensitive information. Basically, she's saying like he would give her little bits and pieces of information about the case, but not too much that could risk her life. And, she also wanted to, again, apologize to Curtis about, leading him on and misleading him about her marital status at the time that they were messing around. And she also doesn't want Trina to know that she cheated on Taggart with Curtis. I don't give a damn at this point what Portia has to say. I feel like she's lying at this point. I don't know. Something about her just tells me she's lying. And I wish Curtis was not taking her word at face value about him being Trina's father. I feel like she's lying. Because you cannot take her word at face value. Get a DNA test. All you have to do is swipe some type of DNA from Trina and have a test done on the down low. That way, Portia don't know nothing about it, and you get the results and you can prove that she was lying and Trina's your child. Because the timeline fits perfectly for when Trina was, conceived and born to when they were together. It fits. So get the test done. And she even kept saying it herself that Taggart was married to his job and she always came second. So if she always came second, when the hell would her and Taggart have time to sleep around like that and have sex? Because if he's married to the job like she say he was, then that means y'all were not having sex like that on a regular. So something tells me that Taggart has to know that that wasn't his child. Come on now. Because if somebody's always just... Like, seriously, if Taggart was so focused on work like she say he was, there's no way. That child has to be Curtis's. Has to be. Absolutely. So anyway, moving on from that. I liked the scenes between Cameron and Franco, Ava, Trina. I liked it because you had Ava and Franco pretty much giving guidance and advice to Cameron and Trina about their rendezvous, about their little kiss. And Franco was pretty much trying to tell, Cam, like, if you got feelings for Trina or whatever, go for it. Act on your feelings. Tell her how you feel. Trying to give him some type of fatherly advice and stuff like that. Because I definitely agree with what Franco said, because Franco was telling Cameron, starting out as friends is a good way to build a romantic relationship. And I do agree with that. Building a friendship before you become a couple is a very good thing. That's a great way to start. Cameron was worried about the fact, he was like, the difference is like, is that Franco and all them are adults and he's in high school. But I'm like, so what? The same rules still apply. The only thing is, Franco need to be talking to him about sex, though. Like, you need to be, giving him a rundown on the birds and the bees and letting him know not to be doing nothing that he ain't ready for. I'm just saying. But I definitely think Cameron, if he does have feelings for, Trina, I think he should just let her know how he feel. Ava was giving Trina some very good advice as well about, not playing second best because of the fact that Cameron was into Jocelyn first and now he might be into Trina. And I agree. I agree with Ava on that. You need to find out where Cam stands first because you do not want to be second fiddle to nobody. So do not start something with Cam if he still got a thing for Jocelyn, because that's going to put y'all relationship in a bad situation. Y'all friendship will be tested because that means that you and Joss are going to be, having feelings for the same guy, and that's going to strain y'all friendship. All three of y'all. You know what I mean? And all three of them have a, solid friendship. So why rock the boat on that? Just find out where y'all stand first before y'all make any decisions about what y'all going to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. I feel like that's what they should do. That's why I'm glad when Trina showed up to the park to talk to Cam. Because I feel like they do need to talk. Because at the end of the day, Trina definitely, like Ava told her, protect yourself. Because there really isn't anything worse than being in a relationship with somebody who wants to be with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, don't start nothing with Cam if he still has residual feelings for Jocelyn. Y'all need to sit down and work that out before you do anything else. You know, you don't want to ruin a good friendship. So anyway, moving on from that. Sam and Molly are in the park running their little mouths. Still talking about TJ or whatever, and now she wants Sam to talk to Jason and find out if TJ is at Jordan's or whatever. If you want to know if TJ is at Jordan, why not call Jason your damn self? Why you go through Sam to do it? Call him yourself. So Sam calls Jason to talk to him about TJ, and then talk to him about Dolores. She wants to meet Jason or whatever, want to talk to him face to face. I'm over them. I really am. Like, I understand like a bunch of y'all are Jason Sam fans, but for me, I'm just not at this point. I really don't care about them as a couple. I'm just going to be honest. I really don't even care about Sam as a character at this point. I really don't. Like, I'm over her. I'm over them as a couple. Jason seems like he's fucking over it at this point. Like, you can see his face. He just looks exasperated. Like the whole time he was on the phone with her, he just looking like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, the whole time he was on the phone with her, he just looks mad, exasperated, like, just, Like, seriously, Jason just looked frustrated as hell when he talked to Sam, honestly. And I couldn't blame him for that. I really couldn't. So anyway, Elizabeth, she goes on top of the roof or whatever at the damn hospital, and she find Nell up there, unconscious. She found Nell up there unconscious, blue in the face. So now when they bring Nell downstairs, Chase and all them are down there. And she's sitting there going off talking about, oh, Carly tried to kill me. She locked me up there and forged. And then she find out that Wiley's in surgery because apparently she felt like her signature was forged. They forged her signature on the consent form or whatever. And she want to press charges against Carly, spewing out all this nonsense. Chase was like, okay. He was like, if you want to press charges, then both you and Carly are going to have to come down to the station and answer some questions. And Michael basically telling her, well, if you go down to the station, then that means I'm going to be the only parent here to watch over Wiley and be there for him when he wakes up. And I'm going to be the only parent that he sees when he wakes up. So now Nell decided to just stay at the hospital now, since they emotionally blackmailed her, and decided to just forget about her charges against Carly. Then she tried to threaten to sue the hospital. Monica was like, okay, sue the hospital, be my guest. Like, go ahead, you're going to lose, but go ahead. So she told Monica from now on that she wanted in the file, in Wiley's file, that from now on, she wants, the only way that they can get consent from her is by written consent and verbal consent. So Monica was like, all right, whatever, I'll make the changes. So she just going off on that or whatever. Monica basically told them that, you know, he made it out of surgery or whatever. But what they didn't know was there's more damage than what they thought, you know, than what they originally thought. So in 6 months, he's going to have to get something inserted into his heart or whatever to really fix him up. So, you know, Nell is pretty much kind of having a field day with this because it kind of proves her point that the surgery wasn't going to help him. And she didn't want to put her son through that. That's why she wanted a second opinion. So, you know, she's kind of a little gleeful about that. My thing is with Carly getting involved in this situation, I feel like her plan to lock her up in there, it was smart because if you think about it, I'm like, yeah, I had no proof. And nobody over there is going to snitch on Carly. But Carly at this point do need to tread lightly, because if you're going to tangle with Nell, then you need to make sure that whatever you do, there's no proof that can link back to you. Even Bobby and Monica and everybody was in on it too. They was all in on this, to shut Nell down, to get the surgery for Wiley, because Bobby sat there and took the consent form and shredded the damn consent form. That's why the consent form was missing out the file, because she was like, oh, that form missing. She shredded that shit. She shredded it because Nell was sitting there talking about, oh, I want a handwriting expert to look at the handwriting to prove that I didn't sign it. Bobby got rid of that shit. She shredded it. I was like, that was funny though. How they all just conspired to stick it to Nell. And Nell knew that she was beat on this round. She knew it. That's why she let it go. She was like, you know what? I ain't going to press charges. I ain't going to sue. I ain't going to whatever. Then I guess she was on her phone or whatever talking to somebody, probably her lawyer or whatever, or whoever she was talking to, basically saying, okay, they won this round, but they're not going to win the war, basically. You know, and Carly and everybody made their move, and it was a good move that they made, but you already know that they got to be, you know, prepared for the move that Nella is about to make, because you know she's about to strike back. There ain't no way she's going to take that shit lying down. She's going to get revenge. How? I don't know, but I already know her next move is probably going to be her best one. Who knows what she got brewing up in that mind. But she definitely going to try to get revenge on them. Some way, somehow, she going to try to stick it to them again. That's why she was, she had to accept defeat on this round. Because this round, they got the better of her. But she not going to take this lying down. I know it. We all know Nell. She going to come back swinging. She gonna definitely come back swinging. That's why I say, if Carly gonna get involved in this and try to, one-up Nell all the time to make sure Michael wins full custody, then whatever you do, you have to make sure there's no evidence linking back to you. Not a shred of evidence. Because if she get any hint that you did something crooked and she got proof of it and gives it to the judge, that's your ass and it's Michael's ass. Because Carly could be brought up on criminal charges, and Michael would definitely lose custody of Wiley. So it's like you have to tread very lightly on this. Be very careful for what you do next. You know what I mean? Like, because Nell, trust me, and I know Carly feels like the only way to beat Nell at this point is to play her game. You do want to play her game, but you better make sure that you play it better than she play. That's all I'm saying, because Nell definitely know how to play a good game. Because game always recognize game, and they'll know how to play. So you got to make sure that your game is a hell of a lot better than hers. But I enjoyed this episode, though. This was a pretty cool little episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.